Alright.
Yeah. Just fucking shit. Cool.
Right, just to be Will's party political campaign. Why he should be Prime Minister.
Fucking hell. How do I get that in there? There we go.
Will, move.
I haven't moved yet.
No, your chair.
I said I haven't moved yet.
Can you please? 'Cause I'm going to get cramp.
What? Are you wearing flip-flops again next time?
No, it's fucking freezing. Right away.
Yeah, we're recording ourselves as well. While he does his party political.
Just for reactions, and we can ask him a couple of questions after he's done his speech. I'll get some proper titles put up. A bit of classical music and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Party political broadcast by the bullshit party.
You'd vote for me.
Here now is a party political broadcast from Will Atkins.
That was actually brilliantly formed.
You gonna?
Present yourself.
Brilliant. So you're gonna start your party political
My
broadcast
party Pilates, what is it?
with a mouthful of fucking biscuit.
You call it Pilates once more while trying to dig me.
There now follows a party political broadcast by the Bullshit Dipstick Party.
If I was in power, I would scrap the benefit system in its entirety. People would need to. Sorry, Gary's Pilates. Would bring in licences to have children. Would remove driving licences from certain individuals and groups. Would ban cyclists on the road. Would reduce foreign aid and cut it in its entirety. I would patrol the Dover border with the army with a shoot to kill policy.
Navy.
No, the army.
Oh.
The navy would be at sea, wouldn't they? They're
Well, yeah,
fucking
so
useless. You get past them easily in a dinghy. You want them on the stand on the beach.
All right. Okay.
That's why the army.
All right.
Yeah, see, I thought it through.
I'll see that.
Plenty of other things, really. I'd bring in. Really, you could ask me a question. Yeah, I could tell you how I would deal with stuff. It'd be quite abrupt. But what else would I do? I'd make MOTs every 2 years. I'd bring in ownership of homes where you're only allowed to own one house. I'd scrap the whole rental market in its entirety and make it more affordable for people with more government support to get on the rental ladder. I would. What else? Get out there. Yeah.
Is that it?
At the moment, I can think of. Yeah, there's plenty more. That's what I'd do.
I have a question.
I'd scrap. I'm dreading it. I'd scrap loads of the paperwork that the big offices and that and police have to do. Stuff like that. The police, for a start, they would be actually assigned to do proper crime fighting as opposed to fucking about. I would increase the speed limit.
Talk to the camera.
I'd increase the speed limit on motorways to 90 mile an hour, 70 in rain. Do that. reduce the tax on cigarettes, dramatically increase tax on alcohol bought in supermarkets. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, whatever.
That's it. Nothing about saving the planet?
No,
No?
nothing at all.
Okay.
So, a couple of questions. What are the sections of society that you'd remove driving licences from, and why? Finish your biscuit, please, Prime Minister. Great. And a vivid insight.
People over 65,
Right.
I'd give them all free bus passes, but
I get them anyway.
But same with Friday, I'd increase
Already
the bus
get that.
services. Make the councils increase bus services. Get over 65 off the road. I make it mandatory. You have to adhere to the speed limit. Actually stick to it for, say, 60 mile an hour on a country road. If you can't handle it.
What if there's ice on the road?
I'm obviously taking the conditions into account. I'm talking about standard, normal driving conditions. So people who are hesitant and slow drivers on the road, I'm not just going to say women or something like that, would be banned, withdraw them, and increase the funding for public transport services.
Where are you going to get the money from?
Foreign aid.
Not the tax for
Foreign aid.
cigarettes, that's for sure.
No. Or the tax for alcohol.
People smoking is beneficial to the country. So that in itself is
What
why.
way?
Why?
Well, because A, when they're smoking, they're paying a significant portion of tax
But you're going to reduce that.
into the economy. Hang on. They are paying a significant amount of tax in there. And also, it's scientifically proven that smokers die younger. So, because smokers die younger, they're less of a drain with their pensions, they're less of a drain on the NHS because they have shorter lifespans. So they pay more and live
But what
less.
about when they are ill while they're alive?
I'm always going to get an exception to the rule a couple of times, but the majority of the time, smokers will be dead significantly younger, up to 10, 20 years younger than a non-smoker. Not all the time.
Got a camera.
Not all the time.
Talk to your voters, man. If there's any left.
Yeah. I would do that and...
Some idiot out there would fucking vote for that shit.
Yeah.
I'd yeah.
Well,
I'd have to think of a proper plan, but I think it could.
I think you would have to think of a proper plan. I think you've demonstrated that it's a fucking good job you're not.
It's not the best manifesto I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well,
I think you might have to,
I will.
compromise on some of those things.
Yeah.
So all you've done is made people drive faster and cut the tax on everything.
Cut
So
some
only
taxes.
people under 65, males.
So you'll have the police out instead of doing proper crime. You'll have them in country lanes, speed guns, making sure they're doing 60.
They won't be able to drive 60 in the lanes because it'll be too fucking full of crashed vehicles.
Well, no. It's not talking about like a country lane. I'm talking about country roads.
Well,
Rather
be
than
specific, Prime
Take me
Minister.
home
Country,
to the place where I belong.
country. Yeah, but roads,
Okay.
not tracks.
What, in Italy? Where's Rhodes?
Roads is in France.
France. Right.
RHODES. No, roads is in roads, not tracks. Yeah, but no.
He's stumbling.
No,
Oh, yeah, because his argument is so well.
Yeah, no, it's not
formulated.
well. This is on the spot. What would you change?
It is on the spot. We did kind of put this to him a couple of hours ago. And he's given it no thought.
No, a couple of hours ago. No, about 7 minutes ago. It was his pre-toilet incident, which was blocking the toilet. Nothing to do with anything else that happened. Just in case you didn't add that bit in. Why's there a fucking... I just need a bendy stick.
No, you've done enough damage.
No, I faith in you.
No, I don't have faith in you. That's the point of this. Just to give a recap, Will's blocked the toilet. Well, it's not working, and you're the last one that passed solids.
What? That solid, but
The paper was. Can't believe he's doing this.
Oh shit. Stick broke.
no shit.
Yeah. So in terms of driving, licences for children. Reduce some taxes.
Licenses for children.
Licenses to have children.
Oh right, I thought you meant driving license. You said about driving, and you said licenses for children.
Yeah. Scrap the benefit system.
What entirely?
Entirely. Yeah. Basically, if you're going to have 7 kids, you've.
What
got to make
about
sure
someone
that-
that's got no kids, but for no fault of their own has lost their job?
Then they go out and get another job. Why is that such?
What
a
about
big
the
shock?
interim period?
Go out and get a job.
What if
tomorrow.
their company went bust
Go out and offer to clean toilets
because they
tomorrow.
work for a cigarette tax company
Go,
and they went bust?
go and offer to clean toilets tomorrow.
There's one
What
here.
if there are no? Yeah,
Then what if there are no toilets and there are jobs out there? People
but
say there is
they're
no
already
work.
fully staffed.
They're not fully staffed at all, are they? You've seen the effects of Brexit and with immigrants not coming over now, and the jobs that are out there. Unfortunately, the jobs there are jobs that people don't want to do. So get off your arse and do one of them. A job is a job at the end of the day.
So
You can't disagree
vote,
with it.
vote, will.
So you live in Ipswich, for example, and there's a job going to pick fruit in Norfolk. Top end of Norfolk.
Yep.
How are you going to get there?
Your car's
Get-
in bits because you were driving at 60.
Get the train over there, buy a tent for 30 quid, and camp. It's still doable. It's not ideal, but these things aren't ideal. Camp there. No, it's no different. You get trade assists sometimes on jobs. People come down and they'll stay in the lorries for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get up there, get a tent. It's still a tent. You still got bedding. There you go. Stay in a tent for a week, earn the money, and then come back on a Friday. I don't see why that. It's inconvenient, yeah, but sometimes jobs are inconvenient. You need to, get off your arse and go do something. If you've got a family to provide,
Being
you do
stuck
anything.
behind a pension of driving is inconvenient, but you've taken them off the road. But it's quite happy to have to go and relocate to a
No,
fucking
it's for their own
tent
safety. It's
near
for
a
people's
fucking
safety.
field.
It's for people's safety. Taking pensioners off the road is for people's safety. And I would, though, I'm not just saying, they shouldn't drive, they should be locked in their homes. I'm not saying that at all. There should be much more frequent bus and also like specific bus services like the taxi ones they do to help elderly people get about in the rural areas and things where there isn't significant transport structure.
It's probably the best policy is improve the transport network, but all the rest of it is, I don't think that's a winning.
Why not?
Because it just won't work, will it?
What do you disagree with?
Most of it.
Give me one point you disagree with.
The tax on fags and the tax on booze and the have to drive at 60 on country roads. That ain't going to work.
No, show the ability to drive at 60, not have to drive at 60 all the time. You've got to show the ability that you can drive the speed limit.
It's a
On
limit,
roads
it's
that
a
aren't
limit, not a
straight.
target, dear boy.
And then,
Don't-
and then what?
And then what,
And if you can,
if you can, it's part of the driving test. If you
but
can,
you don't have to drive like that all the time.
no, but you've got to show you can. A lot of the people that can't, can't.
I'm bored.
I really, next time I'm going to write down these lists and I'll actually write down the
It's not really a list. It's just a collection of.
What would you do if you was in charge?
Horrible
then?
thoughts.
What would you do if you were in charge?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be quite as draconian as that. I think I certainly wouldn't scrap the benefit system. I might make it less easy to be manipulated and abused.
How would you do that?
I don't know. I'd have to look into it.
You couldn't realistically, though, all joke aside, you couldn't say what you would do because you don't know the ins and outs of what comes in and what goes out.
This country, I think it generates £890 billion a year that goes through the government tax.
That's all the fucking tourism from the royal family.
Nothing to do with the royal family.
No, but that's the sort of shit they come out with, isn't it?
Yeah.
When are we going to get our share of the tourism money and the broadcasting rights money that apparently was such a massive thing?
Yeah.
Oh, but the broadcasting rights.
Can't afford to give the nurses a pay rise, but can afford how much for the coronation and
But
the
they bring in more than they cost.
168 million. Well, I've heard 100 million, I've heard 200 million, I've heard 168 million.
They bring in more than they cost. We need them. Anyway, that's a different episode. Well, anything else to say before we wrap this little short episode up?
Yes, I will bring notes next time with it well thought out and evaluated rather than on the spot. Making me sound like a misogynistic evil man.
I don't think Notes is going to help
Words
with that.
only, by using words that only you've used.
No,
We've made you look like
No, it's just, it's the way it's interpreted, isn't it?
insinuated.
Yeah. Anyway, next week on Bald Statements, Gary will be telling us his health tips.
Apparently so. That's fine.
Right.
Right.
That's that one, Rat. Right.
Yeah,
That's a nice little short one.
Yeah, I definitely need to do some revising on that because normally when I have that argument with
Can you do
people,
it on
I've got
other things
loads
as
of
well?
What do you mean?
Look up other things as well, so that you know it's not just
No,
that.
all my other points have been 100% correct. I haven't said anything at the moment which is like can't be agreed with. Have I?
I think he has, hasn't he?
I think he probably has.
Really?
Yeah.
Bald Statement starred Rob Lewis, Gary Redfern, and Will Atkins. Recorded at Rob Lewis Music Services Studio in Ipswich, UK. Edited and produced by Rob Lewis. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and listen again.
Please don't vote for Will Atkins. He's a cunt.